Ladies and gentlemen, who would have thought we'd be waking up to these news? NBN Co CEO Stephen Rue is jumping ship, leaving NBN Co CEO-less. Or are they? I've got some speculations. This is pretty big. Let's jump straight in. Make sure to like and subscribe for more tech and telco news from around Australia. Let's go. Monday mornings, it could have been a typical news cycle, cats stuck in trees, problems overseas, but today we have NBN boss Stephen Rue has been appointed the chief executive of Optus. Out of all the telcos out there, Optus can afford Stephen Rue, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's have a quick read from the Financial Review AFR article here. Optus has named Stephen Rue the man running the national broadband network. Well, no more, I guess. He replaces former Optus chief executive Kelly Bayer-Rosmarin, who resigned in November following criticism of the way she handled a national network outage last year and previous cyber attacks in 2022. Mr. Rue has resigned from NBN Co. Will start in November. He's understood to have been chosen for his experience working with governments as well as the telecommunication industry, and also his experience in cybersecurity. This is really interesting. I want to point out the date November 2024, that is this year. Keep that in mind as we continue. Now, my thoughts are that Stephen Rue has done a pretty okay job. At the end of the day, the government set the tasks out to NBN Co. He's led it the way he best could, and obviously Optus sees that he is a fine executive who's going to make Optus, I guess, better and take them to the next level. So that's exciting. I think this change is really interesting in the telco industry. Is it a loss for NBN Co? Well, maybe not. Stephen's been there for about 6 years, and so maybe it is time for a leadership change. So let's talk about the change of going to Optus. And time. You may have seen the Launtel name gently kicked around on this channel a few times, but I finally made the swap. My NBN connection is now serviced by Launtel, and I'm going to happily recommend it to you. I've been absolutely stoked with the performance thus far. So if you're looking for a very flexible, fast, low ping for all that gaming goodness NBN supplier with great customer service and not one of the big players who see you as a number, then check out Launtel. Use the code TECHMANPAT below to sign up, and you'll get a $25 credit on your account. And your NBN connection will be swapped within a few hours with absolutely no hassle. Launtel is flexible with no lock-in contracts, with plenty of features for the techie folks out there. So check the links below. Thanks, and back to the video. NBN Co chief salary jumps to more than $3 million despite government calls for restraint. 6 months ago, we had an article from The Guardian. Stephen was earning well above his peers and earning big dollars. I mean, this is big money for a government entity. $3 million. That's insane. Compared to Anthony Albanese for $587,000 a year. That's insanity. So Optus has offered Stephen much more, or at least something that's going to change his mind. And that smile right there is probably him knowing that he's never going to go below $3 million. Now, obviously, a lot of other places like IT News has published this news. I'll put that below. This will be interesting. It'll be a good reset. So, who's next? Who's going to take the reins from Stephen Rue? My prediction is Kate McKenzie. You may be wondering who Kate McKenzie is. Well, first of all, you may also know this company all the way across the ditch to New Zealand. They have fiber across the whole country, and they are pretty much an NBN Co entity, and they have RSPs that resell the actual fiber connection to residents and businesses and so on. But Chorus is the one who rolled it out. And that was led by a lovely lady called Kate McKenzie. Now, Kate McKenzie is actually a chair, non-executive director. Let's have a quick read of her past. Miss McKenzie has significant corporate governance experience. Before joining the board of NBN, she was on the board of Allianz for 8 years, Foxtel for 4 years, Sydney Water, Reach CSL, and WorkCover. Prior to embarking on her corporate governance career, Miss McKenzie was Chief Executive Officer of Chorus. Familiar. A public listed New Zealand telecommunications company, and prior to that, she spent 12 years as a senior executive of Telstra, where her final role was Chief Operating Officer with a team of 30,000 staff and an operating budget of $7 billion. Ms. McKenzie also has an extensive career in the public sector, where she was Chief Executive Officer of the New South Wales Department of Commerce, Chief Executive Officer for WorkCover, and was involved in a range of microeconomic reform initiatives. So this is my prediction: Kate McKenzie as the next NBN CEO. Now, you saw November 2024 when Stephen Rue is going to actually step down. Now, her current role, Miss McKenzie's, will expire on the 31st of December 2024. That is very close to each other. Could this be the change? Could things get adjusted as she jumps straight into the new role, or maybe a delay of a month? Whatever it might be, I think Kate might be the right person to take us to the next level, especially because NBN certainly needs a bit of a refresh. There is no way we're going to be waiting much longer for an announcement of who the next NBN CEO is. After all, this is a national project that has a lot of eyes on it, a big priority from the government, and it's going to be touching a lot of people, a lot of properties, a lot of premises. And the internet is quite a big story. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think Kate is a good fit? Would you bet money on that? Let's chat below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in another one. Bye.